What is NASA's new communication system LCRD? Its importance. Optical communication systems are smaller in size, weight, and require less power compared with radio instruments. On December 7, around 3:50 p.m. Indian Standard Time, NASA launched its new Laser Communication Relay Demonstration (LCRD), the agency's first ever laser communication system from Cape Canaveral Space Force Station in Florida. The LCRD will help the agency test optical communication in space. Currently, most NASA spacecraft use radio frequency communication to send data. Optical communications. Currently, most NASA spacecraft use radio frequency communication to send data. Optical communications will help increase the bandwidth 10 to 100 times more than radio frequency system. LCRD will demonstrate all of the advantages of using laser systems and allow us to learn how to use them best operationally, says Principal Investigator David Israel at NASA's Goddard Space Flight Center in Greenbelt, Maryland in a release. With this capability further proven, we can start to implement laser communications on more missions, making it a standardized way to send and receive data. LCAT has two optical terminals, one to receive data from a user spacecraft and the other to transmit data to ground station. The modems will translate the digital data into laser signals. This will then be transmitted via encoded beams of light. These capabilities make LCRD NASA's first two-way end-to-end optical relay, the agency said in a release. Laser versus radio. Laser communications and radio waves use different wavelengths of light. Laser uses infrared light and has shorter wavelength than radio waves. This will help the transmission of more data in a short time. According to a release from NASA, it would take roughly 9 weeks to transmit a completed map of Mars back to Earth with radio frequency systems. With lasers, we can accelerate that to about 9 days. Using infrared lasers, LCRD will send data to Earth at 1.2 gigabits per second. At this speed, it will take less than a minute to download a movie. Other advantages. Optical communication systems are smaller in size, weight, and require less power compared with radio instruments. A smaller size means more room for science instruments, less weight means a less expensive launch, less power means less drain on the spacecraft's batteries. With optical communication supplementing radio, missions will have unparalleled communications capabilities, the agency says. Where will the laser systems be? The LCRD payload is hosted on board the U.S. Department of Defense Space Test Program Satellite 6, STPS-86. It will be a geosynchronous orbit over 35,000 km above Earth. For the first 2 years, LCRD will test its communication capabilities. It will be controlled by engineers at the LCRD's Mission Ground Station in California and Hawaii. The team will send test data through radio frequency signals and the LCRD will reply using optical signals. Thank you.